Hi, I'm Zach again, and this week's topic is interactions with cisgender men. And I chose this topic, and I chose it because I am super, super awkward around cisgender men. Really awkward. And I was kind of wondering if this was a common occurrence and how other people dealt with it. I just got a job at McDonald's, and it's my first real job. Not really, my first minimum wage job. I taught a class last semester, and that was real. And I've done other stuff. But anyway, and I'm on French fries, which is like a solo job. And then there are a ton of guys who work on grill in the back, and they're always like pushing each other around and going like to each other and like being super physical and yelling at each other, and I'm just like over there like and I do not get them at all. I am not rambunctious, and I'm not like obnoxious, hopefully, I don't know. And I don't understand how to talk to them. I don't know what to do. Because, first off, when I meet someone, I never know what to do. But when I meet guys, I'm just like, okay, what do guys talk about? Feelings? No. They don't talk about feelings, do they? I don't know. And then I'm like, they like sports, right? Sports. I don't like sports, which is weird because I identify as male, and so I shouldn't have these stereotypes about men because I don't meet very many, if any, of those stereotypes. But especially with these guys, I think that they actually do fit those stereotypes because they don't talk about any of the types of things I'm interested in. So, yeah, they're just a conundrum to me. And that's partially because I was socialized as female. I mostly hung out with girls when I was growing up. I love girls. I am queer identified, but I primarily date women, and I just get along really well with women. And yeah. My best friend obviously is male because my best friend is Adrian, who also posts on Mondays, but he's trans, and so when we hang out, we talk about things that I wouldn't be comfortable talking to actually anyone else on the planet about most of the time because we talk about gender and our feelings and things like that, and it's a relationship that I don't think that I could have with a cisgender guy, and um, my female friends, I am basically all of my close female friends is gay best friend, which is interesting because I am not gay. But I love watching Glee with my friend Kelsey, and we like gossiping and doing things that are kind of the job of the stereotypical gay best friend, which is funny because my gay best friend does not do any of those things. I am his gay best friend. So, I'm femme. I'm femme identified pretty much. I don't dress femme. I'm mostly wear plain solid color t-shirts and jeans. I'm not femme in that way, but I am femme in the sense that I love talking about my feelings and I love doing all these things that are not stereotypically masculine, and it's probably because I'm kind of a nerd. So, yeah, I just don't know how to interact with cisgender men a lot of the time. And another reason is because I'm kind of afraid of them. Not all of them, obviously, because one of my really close friends, Chris, is a cisgender guy. I mean, he's my ex boyfriend, so that's a different dynamic than usual friendship, but I'm not afraid of him, and I wasn't afraid of him before we started dating. Maybe that's because he's gay. I don't know. But I'm definitely afraid of guys at first because I'm like, well, if they find out I'm trans, are they going to like go crazy and kill me? Or I don't know, which is maybe not justified, but it's definitely there. Another reason that I am awkward around cisgender men is that I'm kind of competitive with them. I'm always looking over at them thinking, like, they're taller than me. How can I get taller? Or, feeling like I'm competing with them in terms of my own gender presentation. Like, oh, I am so not masculine compared to you. I suck, right? So, those are things that go into a lot of my interactions with cisgender guys. But my friendships with the two cisgender guys that I spend time with, one of whom is gay, my ex-boyfriend, like I mentioned before, one of whom is straight and actually kind of a lumberjack. And we, not literally a lumberjack, he just looks like one. And we've been friends since I was in high school, and he's awesome. He's also super masculine, so I don't know how that happened. We don't actually have a lot of similar interests, but it's fun. But yeah, every time I hang out with him, I do, despite the fact that he knows me really well and knows that I'm not super masculine, sit there and I think, like, should we be, like, playing pool and drinking? Is that what men do? Which, I don't know. I don't know why I stereotype guys. I don't really actually know what to do. And a lot of people who read my blog who are cisgender, a lot, at least I think, have commented saying, "Oh, just be yourself. It's no big deal." And is a big deal. It is hard. I can't just be myself, and not because I feel like I can't be myself, like because that's so hard, but because this discomfort is way more than just like being awkward. It's a mixture of fear and competition and ignorance. And those aren't things that you can just get over really fast. I mean, in a lot of ways, cisgender men have been my oppressors my entire life. From the time I was a young female to the time I started transitioning and was in many ways treated like um, a butch lesbian, which wasn't always pleasant from guys. So I have some negative experiences. I also have had some positive experiences. I'm really close with my dad, who is cisgender, and I have other positive male role models in my life. But my dad is also not very masculine, so he would not want me to say that. I don't think he thinks that about himself, but he's also a nerd. So, yeah, I just don't really know if this is typical or not, but I don't really hang out with men very often. I love spending time with women, and I would love to be a member of like a male social organization or something like that because I am kind of curious what I'm missing out on. I kind of considered joining a fraternity last semester, but I decided against it just because I thought it might be awkward if people did find out, maybe even dangerous. And I'm from a very small town. I go to school in the same town I grew up in, so it was likely that people either already would know or would find out. So I don't know if I will be able to feel comfortable in an all male environment until I'm able to be stealth and until I kind of have more experience interacting with men as a man, which I haven't had that much experience with. So yeah, that's pretty much my experience. I don't have any advice because obviously I'm struggling with this issue, but if anyone else has any advice, that would be great. Hopefully I'm not the only one who's awkward around